On your next inhale, press into your left hand. Replace your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Inhale, your left arm threads out. And then exhale, your left arm threads underneath the right. So left temple, cheek, something resting on the mat. If this is enough, breathe here. You could also gently press into your right hand to twist the heart up, to create more opening. You could also take your right hand up and overhead if that feels like a better variation of this stretch for you. So slow, soft breaths into any tension in the left shoulder. From here, press into your right hand to lift yourself up. And then from here, we're going to come to stand up on the knees. So if the knees are sensitive, it would be great to maybe even double up your mat. You could put a towel or a blanket underneath your knees. We'll interlace the hands here. And then to any amount, puff your chest up and send the interlace away. Now, if it's too much or if the shoulders start to scrunch up, you could grab opposite elbow. You don't have to extend your arms straight. So listen to yourself, your body. Find an opening across your heart. And then gently and slowly, we're going to take the top of our head down to the earth, and the arms are going to come up and overhead like rabbit ears. So this takes some balance, yes. Take it slow. Find your breath. On your next inhale, press down into your knees, rise your heart nice and slow. Release your interlace. And then we'll walk ourselves into a plank pose. So the wrists are stacked underneath the shoulders, the knees might lift, they might not. If the knees are up, send your heels back. If the knees are down, just make sure you're pressing into your knuckles and engaging in your core. So that doesn't change whether knees are up or down. How's your breath here? Feel your hands supporting you, the toes supporting you. And then exhale, hips come up and back, downward facing dog. So bending the knees as much as you need. You might want to pedal the feet out. Maybe shake your head side to side. Settle and find your breath if you've forgotten about the breath. Walk your hands back to your feet. Find yourself in a forward fold. We'll pause here. So bending your knees as much as you need. Let your head go, so no need to hold the head up here. Option 1 is to just let the fingertips dangle. Option 2 would be to grab opposite elbow. Let your feet ground down. Let your jaw be soft. The feet are the only things that are working. I guess the legs are working a little bit too. But the upper body isn't working. So let the shoulders go. Let the jaw go. Let the face go. Let your head go. Really slow, like you were going to get an award if you were the slowest person to roll up your spine. Start to roll yourself up to a stand, really slow. So be really mindful and conscious of the way that your spine is stacking itself on itself. Find your mountain pose. Settle your feet into the earth. We're going to just do a few flows. It's going to be really slow. So connecting your breath with movement. Let the expanse of your inhale and your exhale match the way that you're moving the body. So don't finish your inhale until the tops of the fingers are reaching up or until you're forward folded. So let your body take up the space of your breath. Here we go. Let your exhale come out. On your inhale, nice and slow inhale, rise your arms to the sky. On your exhale, let your whole body forward fold. On your inhale, slowly start to take your flat back. Maybe imagine you're moving through mud or water. Exhale, forward fold. Nice and slow. Inhale, press into your feet. Rise yourself up really slow. Gather your hands up to the top. And then exhale, hands come into your heart. We're going to do that 2 more times, just as slow. Maybe you work with that image of water or mud, like you're moving through, or like you're in slow motion. Inhale, arms rise tall. Exhale, fold the entire body in half, really slow. Inhale, halfway lift, heart reaches forward, flat back. Exhale to your forward fold. Inhale, arms come tall to the sky, really slow and intentional. Exhale, draw your hands into your heart. Last round like this. Inhale, rise your arms tall. Exhale, fold your beautiful heart forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold yourself in half. Inhale, rise yourself tall. Exhale, draw your hands into your heart. From here, rise your hands tall. We're going to slowly come into a side stretch. Left wrist reaches for right. Ground down, especially into your right foot, and then nice and slow and soft, reach up and over to the left. Take some slow, soft breaths into your right side body. Inhale back to center. And then take your right wrist to reach to your left, to ground down into your left foot, and then reach up and over to the right. Breathing some opening into your right side body. Coming back to center, let your palms rest down by your hips. We're going to come into some circling, nice and slow. So imagine you had a pencil on the top of your head. And then start to draw circles to any amount. So it might feel nice to take big circles, maybe it's little circles. Let your shoulders settle away from your ears. Switch your circling the other direction. Come back to center. We'll take some old-fashioned shoulder rolls. So inhale your shoulders up and down and around your back. So up and down, circling. So if you had a pencil pointing out to the sides, you'd be drawing circles to the sides of the body. And then let's take our circles forward, up and down. Really nice. Take your hands to your hips. You might want to take your feet out a little bit wider. We'll take some hip circles here. So finding bend into your knees. You're going to take your circles, however big or small feels good, one direction. Feet are glued, knees are malleable. Start circling in the other direction. Back to center. Feet come back in hips distance. Take your right hand to your left collarbone, and we're just going to take some arm circles. So taking that left arm back and around and down. Keep your feet glued to the earth. And then taking it the other direction. So back and around and down. So back, up, around, and down. Release your right hand down, left hand down, left hand comes to the right shoulder, and then circle yourself forward. So we're just taking circles with the right arm. Switch the direction of your circle the other way. Really nice. Let's take some wrist circles. So like you were conducting an orchestra, take your circles one direction. Take your circles the other direction. So for this next one, you might want to come to a wall. We're going to come into a little balance to do some ankle circles. So if you're using a wall, place your left hand at the wall, ground down into your left foot, and then the right foot gets light. If you don't need the wall and you want to focus on some strength for your ankle, your left ankle, we're twisting and twirling the right ankle around. Maybe you start to write your name. So taking it kind of in right circles and left circles. Really nice. Release that foot down. If you need a wall, right hand comes to a wall, right foot is grounding down, left foot gets light, and then we'll circle, maybe write your last name with your left foot. Really nice. Let's ground that left foot down. We'll stand in our mountain pose one more time. So feet grounding down, thighs gently pressing back, heart lifting, shoulders away from ears, arms out to side. Close your eyes, feel your body here and now. ahead and open your eyes. We're coming to legs up the wall, legs up a closet, legs up a cabinet, a dresser, something solid that isn't going to move. So we don't want to use a door if someone else is going to come through the door. Closet doors work great. This is a closet door. If you have free wall space in your living space, great. If not, closet door or chest or dresser, tuck yourself nice and close into the wall. So we want whatever hip is up against the wall, whatever shoulder is up against the wall, almost like you could lean your head and take a nap against the wall. From here, we'll come down to elbows. Still make sure your hip is flush with the wall. That's going to save you a lot of wiggle stuff when we come into this next move. So from here, you'll take your feet up the wall. Your bottom is as close to the wall as possible. If your bottom's way far away from the wall, try again. So tuck your hip in, come down to elbows, make sure you're nice and snug. And then in maybe one swoop, maybe a couple little wiggles, you take your feet up the wall. So from here, let your low back ground down. You can bend your knees if the backs of the legs are tight here. Place your hands wherever they want to be placed, so maybe on the body, maybe out to the sides. Go ahead and close your eyes. And this is what we call in yoga an inversion pose. So inversions is where our feet are above our heart. And inversions have a powerful way, in my experience and many of my students' experience, of really kind of washing away thought, of getting us present, of resetting. And this is a really great thing when we're feeling a lot of feelings to help us come back to the moment that we are in. So we're going to be here for a few minutes. I'm going to be quiet to give us the space to receive the benefits of this pose. Before I do, I just want to say that it's normal to feel tingling in your legs. If at any point it doesn't feel right or it's too intense, you can bend your knees, place the soles of your feet where your knees just were, and then rejoin the group if you want to. And if not, you don't have to. So from here, give yourself a focus. So I like to just focus on the sensations that happen in this pose. So just getting curious about those tingles, about the way that my mind feels in this pose. You could also focus on your breath, on the sounds in your space, whatever helps to keep you engaged in the experience of this pose. So just a few minutes here, and then I'll call us back. Start to bring some more awareness back to your body if you've drifted off. Maybe notice how you feel after doing this shape. And then at your own pace, starting to slide your feet down so you bend your knees and place the soles of the feet where the knees just were. Rolling over to one side, making a little pillow for your head with your inner arm. And then with the least amount of effort possible, pressing yourself up and finding yourself on in a comfortable position on your back. So it could be laying flat on the back. If you have low back stuff, you might place the soles of your feet down and bend your knees to stack over your feet. Take your arms maybe out to the sides, maybe they rest on the body. We're gonna come in for our 3 count inhale through the nose. We'll pause at different parts of the body, and then we'll do a long exhale from the mouth. So allowing the breath to flow through and then allowing the breath to come completely out of the body. So go ahead and let your exhale fall out. Through your nose, inhale to your belly and pause. Through your nose, inhale to your heart and pause. Through your nose, inhale to the very top of your head and pause. Through your mouth, let the biggest sigh, the smallest sigh, whatever kind of sigh you need out of your mouth. Inhale breath to belly and pause. Inhale breath to your heart and pause. Inhale breath to the top of the head and pause. From your mouth, let whatever kind of sigh out that you need to take right now. Inhale through your nose to your belly and pause. Inhale breath into your heart and pause. Inhale breath all the way to the top of the head and pause. From your mouth, sigh it all out. Allow your breath to come back in as it wants. If the eyes aren't closed, I invite you to close your eyes. We're coming into our final resting pose, Shavasana. So this is the pose where we witness our body in a state of open relaxation or in a state of however we are right now. So just being a witness to yourself in space. 1 minute here. So starting to find any small movements to bring awareness back into your body. It might feel nice to take a full body stretch or some little sways. Eventually rolling over to your right side, making a little pillow with your inner arm, with your elbow into your inner arm. And And then pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat, drawing your hands in a gesture at your heart, bowing your chin into your chest. And I just want to remind us all that yoga really says that we are at the command center in our hearts and our actions. So we really do get to decide how we want to be, how we want to respond, maybe instead of react, what we're going to do with the information we have to make the world the place that we want it to be. I'm going to end class with a loving kindness meditation. May I be at peace. May my heart remain open. May I be healed, and may I be a source of healing in the world. Thank you all so much for making this time for yourself today, for Grand Park, for having us. The light in me acknowledges the light in all of you. Thank you, yogis. Take care of yourself. Try to be in the moment that we're in. I'll see you next time.